This was a movie request I got months ago. Somebody asked me to watch the movie King of New York after watching The Warriors and a few other mobsters and crime-related movies. So I gave it a shot. I just watched Godfather. You saw my review on that one. And now I'm like, let's see what King of New York is about. So that's what I'm going to review today. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Zakka, and as I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. If there's a movie you want me to review, please put it in the comment section below, and I will get to it. I'll do my best. There's a bunch of movies that's been added to the list, so if I don't get to it like soon, I will get to it eventually, and that's a promise. So, King of New York was a movie that I didn't know much about. I looked it up. It had Christopher Walken's in it, and Laurence Fishburne, or my bad, at the time, Larry Fishburne, a young Laurence / Larry Fishburne, to my skinny Larry, like, he's almost two different people, like, Larry Fishburne today, or I should say Lawrence today versus Lawrence then, you're like, whoa, like, almost night and day, but he slimmed down, he's gotten healthier today, so that's a good thing for him, but it's just like, almost, man, like, okay, 1990 Laurence Fishburne versus 2018 Laurence Fishburne is almost two different people. It's like, man, kind of look like a young Forrest Whitaker in his early movies, and look at Forrest Whitaker today. Who else is like that? It's like they just aged a lot. Robert De Niro, a young Robert De Niro versus Robert De Niro today. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Anyway, when I heard the two cast members, I was like, this could be very interesting. I'm not sure what the movie's about, but I'm going to watch it just to see. And I was not disappointed when I watched this movie. I was really, like, into the movie, and there's parts of me that was, like, out of the movie. So it was in and out. But I, at the end of the day, really enjoyed the movie, and the ending caught me. The story is about a man by the name of Frank White who gets released from prison, and when he gets released, he's like, I'm going to take over New York, and he's going to become the #1, like, kingpin in New York. And he actually does this. He starts taking out bad, like, mob bosses and pretty much cleans up New York to make it a better place for the community. But by him doing this, being like a vigilante, he gets the police involved, and the police are trying to take him down throughout the movie. And as I'm watching this, I'm like, who do I root for? Do I root for Christopher Walken, or do I root for the police officers? Like Christopher Walken is not really doing anything bad. He's taking out bad guys, but at the same time, he's also going against the law. Like, he's going against the law. He can't do that. So I was like, at the end of the movie, I was like, I don't know who to root for. And it does bring up, like, a debate, like, whether or not they should let him get away with this. And even the police officers themselves in the movies have a situation where they're like, you know, we shouldn't stoop to the levels of gangsters and try to, like, pretend to be gangsters and kill them off. But at the same time, we can't let them get away with doing this. Like, we should do it by a court of law and catch them, like, in the act of doing something versus just, okay, we know they did it, but let's go bust them and pretend to be gangsters and go try to pretend that they're fighting each other. Like, they had a discussion in this movie. I was like, man, this is really neat. This is really interesting take on this movie, like, take on this scenario. I have not seen a movie in a while where you look at both sides. I guess almost every Marvel movie at this point, 2018, is like great movie, but like a non-superhero movie of late that was like, oh, there's not black and white. Like, Christopher Walken is not the bad guy. He's not the evil kingpin. He's just a guy cleaning up, like, the neighborhood, and he's also asking people to join him. He's like, you guys want work? Come after me. And come work for me. Come meet me at this place. Come work for me. I give you guys work. Like, he was helping everybody out. It was pretty neat. It was a pretty neat movie. I really enjoyed myself watching this. And yeah, like, I don't know what else to say about this movie. It's a pretty neat movie. I think neat is the word for this movie. All right, characters. So Christopher Walken played Frank White, as I said, and Frank White was a guy who was kind of like, he commanded respect. You didn't know why, but he got respect from people. Like, he was about to get robbed in the movie, and he's like, showed his gun off, like, okay, you guys can try this, but nah. Gives the cash to the thugs who's gonna rob him, and is like, come work for me. I got work for you guys. And they actually go work for him. Like they showed up. And then like he always got out of situations. Like he always got out of situations. He never really got into trouble until the end of the movie. And you're like, oh, is he gonna get out of this one? And then when you find out like what happens, you're like, oh man. Huh. And the movie ends on a cliffhanger too. He's like, did he? Oh, he actually is? Maybe not. I don't know. This is not really, I guess I can give away spoilers because 1990s, but at the same time, I really don't want to give away the ending of this movie because I kind of want you to go see it. Oh, by the way, this movie is rated R, so it's not a kid's movie. Giving the heads up there. But if you haven't seen this movie, you're an adult, go check this out. Like, it's interesting. I will say that. Larry Fishburne, yeah, I'm calling you Larry. Larry Fishburne, he played a character in this movie by the name of Jimmy Jump, and he was a cool character. Like he kept saying the N word a lot in this movie. That's one thing I really understood. Like just stood out to me. Like he kept saying the N word over and over and over again. Like stop saying MF. Stop it. Stop saying that. Like why do you need to say this after every line? Like come after me, MF. I got you, MF. Like okay, why? You're overdoing it. You're doing it way too much. Way too much. Like, stop it. Get some help. Now I'm playing. Now using that Michael Jordan meme. But no, like, he was overdoing that word. But other than that, like, I believe he was a second command. Great character. Like, did a good job in my book. David Caruso, who played Dennis Gilly, he was, like, the antagonist to Frank White. Him and a few other officers, what I should say, was the antagonist, and I thought he did a great job. Like he was a believable character to me. The reason what he was doing made sense to me. Like he was going after them to pretty much like serve justice, and he's going to do it whether the laws will behind him or not. He kind of went rogue, but like I followed the character. I was like, oh wow, okay, this is a nice twist in the movie. I got behind him, and also Wesley Snipes' character, who is Thomas Finnegan, I got behind his character too. Like I got to see, and they showed you the character's background. They gave you a little background into the characters, which I thought was pretty cool. They just wasn't regular like cops that just worked in the office, had to do a job. You got a little backstory on them and who they were and why they was doing this, and you kind of felt for them when certain people died. You're like, oh man, I didn't see that coming. Oh dude, really? So yeah, I enjoy those characters. And finally, Victor Argo, who played Roy Bishop, he was like the head guy, the head officer over the situation. And like, he also was somebody like, he was like, I see where you're coming from, Frank. Like, don't do it this way. There's a different way we can do this, you know. And I don't know, like, it was a really acting in this movie was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I don't really have anything bad to say about this movie. I guess the negative I can say is to certain parts where you kind of like stop paying attention because it doesn't keep your attention as much. And you're like, man, okay, what? I gotta rewind this to see what's going on here. I think I skipped something. So it does have some dry points, like it goes up and then back down and up, but it never goes like down to just straight to the ground where it doesn't recover. It picks back up and you're now paying attention to it again. Is this movie a Friday night movie? No, I don't think it's a movie you sit in on Friday nights with friends and families to watch. It's probably a movie you can watch on a weekday or something that like pass the time and you want to keep like something new and you want to pass the time with. I think this would be one of those movies, but it's not a movie you get the popcorn and everybody sits down and watch. Nah, it's not that kind of movie. Grading time. I'm going to grade King of New York a solid C. C. I enjoyed the movie. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but it wasn't the lowest thing in the world. The dry points in this movie kind of like really what gave me a C because I kept losing like focus, losing attention at certain parts and like focusing on other things. I came back like, okay, I missed something here, something just happened. So I'm going to give this movie a solid C. If you've seen King of New York, what do you think? Please let me know. Please put in the comment section below. I'm really curious what you guys think. Other than that, if there's a movie you want me to review, please let me know. Please put in the comment section and I will try to get to it as best I can. And thank you guys for watching this episode of Movie Breakdowns. See you next time. Keep being awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment in the comment section below, And please subscribe for more episodes of Grind Towards Success, movie breakdowns, or whatever it is you're watching on my channel. I have different stuff from interviews to other movie reviews to wrestling reviews. If you're a wrestling fan, please subscribe if you want to see all that and see what's going on. Also, you can follow me on Snapchat here. Follow me on Instagram there to see what I'm doing in my personal life as well as my business and Ninja Warrior. And lastly, you can watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success here. You can watch the last episode of movie breakdowns there. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Keep being awesome.